Hello, my friends, and welcome to another Pick a Card question. This is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot and Tarot at 12, and we're going to go ahead and get started. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. Make sure you go ahead and hit subscribe. And for those of you returning, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Alrighty, so who is my secret admirer? We're going to be using the Everyday Witch Tarot. I've got it spread out here with my clear quartz. There's my little crystal ball there. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to live shuffle, and we're going to be setting out 4 piles. You will be invited to select a pile, and I will put timestamps in the description so that way you can fast forward or jump around as you need to. So let's get going. We need to focus here. Who is my secret admirer? Let's find out. Who is my secret admirer? Okay, here we go. Straighten that out there. A bit of a messy shuffler. Okay, so here we go. This is pile 1. This is pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Now, if numbers are important to you, the number 1 typically stands for new beginnings and opportunity. The number 2 is typically for balance and partnership. The number 3 is typically for creativity and groups. And the number 4 is for structure, stability, and my favorite, manifestation. So if numbers are important to you, that might help you select. But if numbers are not important to you, just go ahead and disregard that information. So let's straighten them up here. And we'll get going here. There we go. That one's a little wonky. And so is this one. There we go. Perfect. All right. So pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to calm your mind, focus on the question, who is my secret admirer, and see where your attention is drawn. Pause the video if you need extra time and select your pile. All right, let's get going. Pile number 1. All right, pile 1. Let's see what we've got happening for you. Okay, who is my secret admirer? Now, the way I do readings is I put out 1 card that is the overarching energy for the spread. And then obviously this is our spread. So the energy surrounding the question, who is my secret admirer, is the star. The star, that's great for this type of question because the star represents being recognized by somebody. Somebody's looking at you. Well, it's exactly what the question implies anyway, so that's not exactly news. However, this card popping up as the energy really means somebody is really looking at you. Right? Okay, so let's see what we've got. We've got our 7 of Swords here. This is kind of about leaving something behind. So what this indicates to me so far would be that, you know, the person who is looking at you, who is secretly admiring you, would be potentially somebody who has just either ended a relationship or is coming off of a rough patch kind of thing and is looking for something new, something more. We've got our 2 of Pentacles here, which tells me that this person is somehow involved with you in a balancing life kind of a way. So the Pentacles talk about the suit of everyday life. So work, home, health, school, you know, that kind of a thing. So I would think that this person is really trying to balance 2 aspects of life. So this is likely somebody you would know in everyday life. I don't know exactly where that might be, but it could be work. If you're having, a connection with somebody in a school setting, in working with somebody in any type of everyday type of thing. Does that make sense? So you might want to look around and say, who am I working with? Or who is doing something, for me or with me, or, who, take a look at those people for sure. Then we have our Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. Now, knights are always bringing important change and action. Being swords, this is somebody who is really excited to kind of jump in. But this is also somebody who typically doesn't have like phase 2 planned out. So phase 1, they're like, yeah, super excited. And then they're like, now it kind of falls flat because they don't have a plan. So also what this is telling me, being that you're the one who's being recognized by somebody who potentially has just broken up with somebody or lost something in some way, somebody in your life who is balancing 2 aspects of life with you, potentially about work in some form. And then here that this person is super excited to get in touch with you. This is Swords, so it is about communication. You're being recognized, which is on top of this, which clarifies that. So again, this is going to be something that's going to seem super exciting. So I would bet that this person who is admiring you is somebody that you might already know, who is not only working with you, but someone who is seeming to always be doing exciting things, somebody who seems to always be on the go. This is somebody who is spontaneous and likes to do things, but is kind of addicted to like the thrill of getting started. So this is a little bit of an advice thing from the tarot is, when and if you are interested in kind of, working with this person, seeing if it's going to go anywhere, be careful about getting that, rush of excitement and then having it fall flat when you don't have real depth to the relationship that might happen. So I'm thinking that this person, your secret admirer, is really noticing you, and likely someone who came off of a breakup and somebody you are probably working with in some fashion in your everyday life. And this is also somebody who is very much a spontaneous, adventurous person. So look around. Ooh, pile 1. That sounds good. Pile number 2. All right, pile 2. Let's see what you've got. There is our energy. And this is our spread. Let me turn it around. There we go. So the energy for the spread is 7 of Pentacles. The question, of course, is who is my secret admirer? This is going to oversee the whole spread. This is the energy surrounding the question for you, pile 2. And the 7 of Pentacles indicates a need to really be patient. This is somebody who is probably not real outlandishly wanting to announce their feelings. I don't know if that made sense, but somebody who's not going to be super bold, with saying these things to you. I do believe, because we have our 3 of Pentacles, that this is somebody that you have worked with in the past. Now, when I say worked, it doesn't necessarily have to be your place of employment type of work. Could be. But it could be somebody you've done some kind of work with in the past, something that affects your daily life. That's what Pentacles tells me. Now, again, we have a Pentacles for our overarching energy. And notice we have 3 of Pentacles and our Queen of Pentacles. So this is really telling me it's something to do with everyday life, work related in some sense. Now, this could be somebody you actually physically work with, like I said, or it could be somebody you're working with. Like, I don't know, maybe did you go to a financial planner? Did you, something like that. You're working with somebody. Do you have work going on at your house? I mean, I don't know. But it's about somebody you've worked with in the past. This indicates success based off of past work. Here we've got our Queen. This also clarifies that for me, because our Queen of Pentacles is somebody who really has a micromanaging kind of personality, is really watching how things are being done, wants to be involved in the process. This is also somebody who's got real job security, someone who's very stable. So again, it's very strong. That's somebody you're working with, but it's also somebody who is kind of reserved. They're not just, out there screaming it from the rooftops. They are, kind of being a little reserved about it. So look around and see, who do you know who you might have been working with who's a little shy? If you can't think of, working, like who you might be working with, like I said earlier, think about who you've been interacting with at some level of daily life. And it's not just something recent. I believe it would be something that's an ongoing thing, or something that you've done perhaps in the past. We round it off with the world, and the world talks about the end of a journey. This is about completion and having it all. I mean, look at our witch. She's throwing up her hat. She's feeling good with her feet in the surf. So I do see positive things coming up, once you connect. Again, it seems like it is going to take some time, so this is the thing. The challenge for you is not only to kind of pinpoint who this might be, but also recognizing the need for patience. I think this person is pretty shy. That's really what I'm getting, but I do think it would be a good start to something. This would have really good potential. But I think you're going to have to make the effort to kind of get things moving. But somebody is definitely watching, and somebody who, again, in your daily life, somebody you've worked with in your daily life on some aspect of life. Ooh, pile 2. That's exciting. Pile number 3. All right, pile 3. Let's take a look at what we've got. Oh, we've got some nice cards for you. Pile number 3. Now, this is our energy. This is a new opportunity, having something to do with daily life, being pentacles. So typically pentacles represent things like money, health, wealth, school, home, anything like that. So anything that has to do with daily life. And that includes time and energy, right? You need time and energy to go about your daily life. So this is overseeing the entire spread. This is the energy that applies to all of our cards here. The reason I got so geeky and excited is because you have the Ace of Cups. Notice you have 2 aces. So I believe this person who is your secret admirer is somebody you've met just recently. And if you haven't met them, you're just about to. You're on the cusp. So this person is a relatively new person. This person here, we have the 3 of Wands, and so it shows me this person is instantly feeling like, you know what, we've got an opportunity to change things. We can move forward and set a plan, looking out into the horizon. Where are we going? That kind of a feeling. Like, let's make this work and let's jump in, right? Here we've got our 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands talks about fast change. It looks like things are happening. It also indicates like, get ready for a fast change. So I'm thinking the person who is your secret admirer it's not going to take long for you to see who this person is. I think this person is going to be very bold. So I don't think it's going to be much of a secret in terms of secret admirer. I think you're going to figure it out pretty quickly. And I do think it is something that is going to be happening soon, or it just recently happened. We've got our double aces here. And again, my Ace of Pentacles tells me that this is likely somebody you've just met through regular everyday life. Perhaps you just stumbled upon each other. You ran into each other at the grocery store. You know, something involving daily life. It's this instant connection. Yeah, and you might even already be able to say, oh, I think it's so-and-so, or, oh, I met that person the other day, or whatever. But again, I feel like it's very recent, and if it hasn't happened, it's about to come. Embrace for change. I think it's going to take off quickly, and I think there's a real potential for setting a future goal together. So for the longevity of your relationship and the success of a future long-term relationship, I see very positive things. So look around and see what's going on in your daily life. Pay attention when you're just doing regular everyday life things. I think it's going to be an instant connection, like I said, and I think it's coming quickly. So I don't think it'll take long for you to figure this out, pile 3. Ooh, that's exciting. Nice. pile number 4. All right, pile 4. Let's find out what you have. Ooh, okay. So our overarching energy for the spread is temperance. Temperance is all about balance and cooperation, working together, keeping things even. It's really about a peaceful kind of balance, as you can see by this witch here doing yoga and balance really, peacefully there. That's the only word I can think of to say. But that's awesome. Now, remember, it does apply to the entire spread. Now, here, first off, this is exciting. This is the Two of Cups. This is somebody, now look at the picture. Look at the picture. You can obviously see this is a date of some kind, very romantic on the beach, sharing a glass of wine, that kind of a thing. So this is somebody you are going to actively be dating, or somebody who you just have recently dated that you might not be, you've got that calm, peaceful balance here, and you're feeling like, let's just see how this goes. You might not have a real huge opinion of this person one way or the other, but it's looking like it's somebody you might have already connected with in a dating kind of scenario. Here we have our Nine of Wands. This is all about kind of being cautious and not giving up. It's about standing ready, but you're like, okay, now remember our balance here, our peaceful balance on top of that. So I don't think this is like the card shows a bunch of like lightning or whatever, not lightning, but smoking wands or whatever that is. I don't think it's like a battle situation. But our temperance card does say that it is kind of like a go with the flow kind of moment. It's about, keeping yourself grounded, because you need to do that in any dating type of situation, but remaining grounded so that way you remain that peaceful, balanced nature of the progression of your relationship. And you need that. You know why? Because right here is the Wheel of Fortune. You're going to be heading into a new phase pretty quickly. The Wheel of Fortune talks all about, what comes around goes around, that the phases and cycles of life, including dating and all that great stuff, goes around. It also indicates the end of a journey and the beginning of a new cycle. So I'm thinking that this person that is interested in you and is watching you is somebody you've recently dated, recently met, or perhaps it's a person from your past that you used to date. Could be an ex. It's either one or the other, a brand new person or an ex, but it is somebody that you dated. That you went out on a date with at least once. It's potentially a go with the flow kind of person, and I don't know if it's an ex that might have kind of rubbed you the wrong way. Like you're like, I don't want to lose myself in this, go with the flow nature of things. Not sure, but for whatever reason, if it's an ex, it didn't work out. You are still standing firm, and being partnered with this Temperance card tells me that it's a calm balance, that it's not something to worry about. And if it's new, again, like I said, it would be kind of a go with the flow kind of situation. I do see things kind of wrapping up with a nice bow. We've got Temperance, which tells me that this Wheel of Fortune spinning is keeping that peaceful kind of connection. So, pile 4. There is somebody who is watching you and admiring you. I have the very strong sense that it is either A, somebody that you just recently met or you're just about to go, on a date with, or B, that it's an ex situation. Okay. Standing your ground means, again, don't sacrifice your boundaries, don't lower your standards, but rest assured that that calm energy is kind of sourcing and flowing through. And then here's that success. So I do see it kind of coming together and everything going well. So that's exciting, pile 4. Ooh, that was a good one. All right, my friends. Ooh, I dropped my cards. Well, thank you so much for watching this pick a card. I hope it was helpful for you. As always, I so enjoy reading for all of you. Thank you so much for being here. If you have not already, please hit subscribe so that you always stay connected, and keep your eyes open for more pick-a-cards. I have my daily show on it every day at 12 p.m. Central, and I hope to see you there.